Man, the NBA offseason is to a terrific start thanks to the draft, thanks to some player movement. You know we're going to get to it. Speaking of getting to it, don't know what's taking Louisiana so long. Derrick Groves, the last man standing of all the escapees. Yeah. And, of course, the Diddy trial/verdict. We're going to get to it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of 58 South TV Presents Topics of Discussion, your new home for sports news and entertainment. I'm your host, 58 South. And coming in on the wing at 6'2", shooting guard from somewhere in New York, Juice Jalapeno Jones. What's happening, boss?
We back, baby. What's up? Feels like it's been a long time, brother.
Yeah. We had to give the news cycle enough time to do his thing. We wanted to see what was up with Puffy. So we know what's up with him. Now we back.
Not Puffy.
Yeah. Now brother love.
You know what?
But whatever you want to call him. Bad boy, baby oil. You know, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Yeah, how you been, man?
Hey, man. You know, I'm good, man. I can't complain one bit, brother. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. I was going to wear the alternate Charlotte Hornets hat, the white one with the Hornets on it, but that seems to be the way we decided to do all our drafting. So I was like, nah, I won't do that. But we can get straight into this NBA offseason, though, man. Congratulations to you, Knicks. Got a coach.
Yeah, we got one, and I'll take it. You know, Mike Brown is a decent man. You know, he got a good work ethic, and he keeps it real with the players. So I'm not mad, but I still think we shouldn't have got rid of Tibbs in the first place. But hey, who am I?
Okay. Was there any other offseason moves that shocked you other than y'all getting rid of y'all coach?
Yeah, definitely. One of the first ones that come to mind is Dame Lillard being waived off. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that Indiana let Miles Turner go. That to the Bucks, right?
Right.
That's crazy to me. Like, bro, y'all was just in the finals. Like, this is a big piece of y'all puzzle. But hey, like I said, man, who am I? You know what I mean?
Out of all the offseason moves you've seen so far, two questions. One, what's the biggest offseason move? And two, which team positioned themselves to better compete for a title next year?
Oh, man, there's a lot of teams in the running right now, man. A lot of moves going on. Your boy from the Grizzlies, what was that, Bane?
Yeah.
That was a big move. Who else did 58 remind me? There's somebody else I can't think of. It was huge.
Let's see. All right, let's run them down. We got KD going to the Rockets. We got outside of KD, biggest player to move. Was it Desmond Bane?
It was Desmond Bane, Miles Turner. There's somebody else that moved, and it's not hitting me right.
I mean,
right
it's
away.
a bunch of them, but all the rest of them are like key role players, like say John Collins going to the Clippers. Who else? In the actual trade for Kevin Durant, Jalen Green, I think is his name. I keep getting the Jalen's confused. Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks going to the Phoenix Suns. I think that's a pretty good move for the Suns. That mixed with the draft pick they got for my man from Duke. I don't want to mispronounce his name, so I won't. I just say the center from Duke. They got him. They also got Mark Williams from us. So they're building a nice little young core, man. And I think Bradley Beal's going to end up either a L.A. Clipper or my money's just on the L.A. Clippers right now, because I think they're going to buy his contract out. He's going to get shipped out, and they're going to make some more moves in Phoenix, because they got to repair the damage from that big three failing. See, what else was it? Kristaps Porzingis going to the Hawks. I thought that was a pretty big deal for Atlanta.
Right.
Because Trae Young just needs some help down there.
Does.
I'm not sure how healthy Kristaps Porzingis is going to be, but it's a nice addition if he's fully healthy. What else was it? It was the Denver Nuggets. I think the Denver Nuggets positioned themselves to be right back in the Western Conference Finals next year by getting why can't I think of my man's name? He's the best player on the team. Jokic. By getting Jokic some backup.
Right.
Yeah. That they got Cam Johnson on the wing, traded Cam Johnson for Michael Porter Jr. I think that was kind of, you traded for the same player. You know what I mean? In my opinion, we'll see how that pans out. There was another one. The ball trade to Cleveland. Curious to see how that works.
Yeah, me too.
That's dependent on his health. You notice I'm waiting till last to talk about my team. I'm not.
Hey, I understand.
I'm not trying to make it personal. Just trying to talk, factual here.
Well, since you did bring up Kristaps Porzingis,
the Pistons.
What?
The Pistons. The Pistons got Duncan Robinson from the Miami Heat and also got Karis LeVert. They need some shooting since Malik Beasley's being investigated by the FBI for gambling. He probably won't be, re-signed or picked up anywhere. So those are two great additions for the Pistons, who just came off a great turnaround season. I think most improved in I don't know how many years. So that's going to bode well for them, especially in a wide open Eastern Conference, because Giannis still hasn't decided what he's going to do. So
right.
And with them picking up Miles Turner, like you alluded to earlier, I think Giannis is leaving. Because mind you, Brook Lopez, he is now a Clipper also. And I don't think Giannis is going to stay just to play with Miles Turner. I could be wrong, but I doubt he stays just to play with Miles Turner, especially seeing what Miles Turner did in the finals.
Nothing at all. But
Yeah,
how about your boy, man? How Boston let Drew Holiday go? Really?
Well, I mean, Milwaukee let him go right after they won a ring. That's how they ended up with it.
But he's a good player, dog. Like,
he
very
is.
Good.
And good players get traded. It's the great ones that stick around. It's them good ones that go all over the place.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now let's get to the Hornets. The waiting for this, baby.
Yeah.
Nipple.
Yeah, we can get to them. I give my team a grade-wise, I give my team B. And I give them a B because I see what we're trying to do. If LaMelo Ball isn't healthy, if Brandon Miller isn't healthy, then we're an average Eastern Conference team. And as of right now, as we stand, plus minus 30 games, I give us under 30 games to win next season.
I give y'all a grade of a D. And I give a D for doo-doo, because that's exactly what you guys are. And I'm just going to keep it as real as possible. Brandon Miller, Ball, whatever you want to say, boo-boo, doo-doo, all of the above, less than 30 games, like you said. They need to make a real move, man. They're not making any real moves, you know what I mean? Like, they need to make a real move and get a certified superstar to play with Ball. That's it,
We don't need a certified superstar to play with Ball. We need healthy ball players. That's what we need.
That's the problem. Y'all always get just regulars.
We need healthy ball players, and we got healthy ball players. We'll be fine. I like what we're building. We got Spencer Dinwiddie. We got Colin Sexton. So when LaMelo Ball does get injured again, we actually got some people who can run the offense. So yeah, like I said, I give us a B. We'll be fine. It'll be another rough season. We still don't have any inside presence. Moussa Diabate, he's still undersized at the center position. He's 6'9". We drafted Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton, 7'1". He can shoot. He's experienced as far as age-wise. He's not coming in as like a 19-year-old player. That's cool and all, but it's still the NBA. So, you're going to have to step it up. But other than that, man, we're still in the Eastern Conference, let alone the Southeastern Division. So that's us competing with the Washington Wizards, the Orlando Magic, the Miami Heat, and the Atlanta Hawks. I want us to first try to practice on winning the Southeastern Division, then worry about everything else, man.
Not with that roster, you said, man. Too many regular people, man. You're just going to have a regular team, and you're going to do regular things. You're not going to be spectacular because you have no amazingness to you. You have like a G League in the NBA team, basically. That's what y'all got.
I don't care nothing about being spectacular. I want us to be productive. I want us to win. Being spectacular will sell tickets, but being able to win, that's what I'm looking for.
So you think that roster y'all got can win?
Mm-hmm.
Negative. Mm-hmm. I'll put money on that. Negative.
What's the money we're putting on? Tell me the scenario that we're betting on right now.
The scenario is y'all definitely ain't making the playoffs. So I could put my whole whatever on that. But y'all not making the playoffs in 2025-26. Guarantee that.
Guarantee?
Yeah, I guarantee that.
How much? Well, I might take the bet. How much is the guarantee?
$100 off the rip. Y'all definitely
$100,
$100 that
$100.
y'all definitely not making the playoffs. Not even a contention.
So if we make the play in, does that count as us being in the playoffs? Yeah, this the East.
I
You ain't
definitely don't
gotta
see y'all
be
making a play in.
you ain't gotta be 500 to get into the playoffs in the East. So you watch what you say for that $100. You
That
watch what
play
you
in,
say.
I don't consider the play in the playoffs though, brother.
Okay. All
Because that's why
right.
they call it a play in, because you're playing in to get in the playoffs.
Suit yourself. You
So,
the one want to bet big money. I'm just trying to see how big you want it to go. That's
hey,
all.
I'll tell you shit. Oh, to make the playoffs, man, we can go higher if you need. I mean, it's cool with me.
Nah, I don't
You
got us
know,
making I'm a fan, but I ain't delusional. I ain't got us making the 1 through 5 playoffs in the East again. I don't even know if my core guys will give me 60 games together healthy. That's I gotta bet on that first before I bet on anything else. I gotta see 60 games with all my guys to see what we look like.
y'all make a big move, right? And y'all get Giannis. Now y'all in contention. Melo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Giannis. Now I got some faith in y'all. But the roster you got now, man, it's like it's the same thing y'all been doing these last few years, man. It's just like
It's
regular
nothing like
schmegular.
it's nothing like we've been doing the last few years. I mean, you're not a Hornets fan. I wouldn't expect you to understand, but it's nothing like we've been doing the last few
Definitely not a
years.
Hornets fan, and I can attest to that. But I do keep up with the Hornets since I live in North Carolina, and it's been horrible, and it's been horrible, and it's still horrible.
You just keep up with names. You don't keep up with basketball players, man. Anyway,
God,
the Knicks plus minus 50
there you go.
games.
Let's talk about a real team. There we go. Let's talk about a real team
a real,
that actually
a
makes
real
moves,
team.
that
A
can do
real team.
things, has a
A
real
real
coach.
team.
We got great players. That's how you build a team. Let's talk about the Knicks. Come on.
Y'all are finally able to talk with y'all chest out after I don't know
Yep.
how many years.
Yep.
and now that's gone. That's going away
Yep.
now.
Mm.
So plus minus 50 games, I'll give y'all under 50.
No, sir. 50
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll give
50
y'all under
definitely.
50.
That sounds like a Hornets fan talking about the Knicks. Sounds like you don't know about the Knicks as well as you think you do.
Under 50.
No way.
Under 50 games, man.
No way, Jose. And we still gonna get somebody else. So get ready.
Like who?
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Somebody else coming now. They got a plan. Unlike some other teams, we're not gonna name names. We have a plan. And we went to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, and now we're gonna make that plan go a little bit further this year.
See, this is why certain teams shouldn't have winning seasons because
Why not?
their fans just it's y'all, it's Duke fans, it's Dallas Cowboy fans.
No way.
All it take is one good season and y'all lose y'all mind. All it take is one good
two
season.
good seasons. 2 good seasons so far.
No, one good season.
No,
you went to
2 good seasons.
Y'all didn't go to the Eastern Conference Finals back to back.
We don't have to go to the Eastern Conference Finals to have a good year.
The last season was y'all good season.
When the last time y'all went to the playoffs?
On that, but now for some reason, y'all think y'all are like really in contention for an NBA title.
We definitely are.
I don't get it.
Big body Brunson. That's all I got to say, baby. Big body Brunson.
Big body Brunson.
Yeah, spectacular players. I know it's hard to fathom, but we have people that can actually work and get the job done and get W's in the book.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the job was championships because if that's the case, y'all got the same amount as us. But anyway, Mike Brown has to perform well or he's going to be fired by what point in the season?
You can't never tell now, man, nowadays. Even if you do good, you still get fired. So there's no real good answer to follow that question right there because there's no rhyme or reason in how these coaches are getting burnt right now.
He's fired before the All-Star break. If y'all on top 2 in the East going into the All-Star break, Mike Brown is fired.
We'll definitely give him a whole season at least.
I don't think they're gonna give him that. Not in New York, man. Not the way they just got rid of the guy that took y'all to the Eastern Conference Finals. You got it. No,
And that's why we'll keep him for a season at least because we have no other plan going on with a coach right now. So we have to stick with something.
Yeah, instant results, or he's out of here. In a New York minute, as y'all love to say.
And that don't even work like that. I don't know why they act like that. Like, it's the players too, bro. You can't blame it on the coach, man. The coach ain't playing.
Well, I mean, can you blame it on the coach when the coach doesn't play all the players?
You don't have to play all the players, first of all. No team really plays all their players.
Except the team that won the championship.
Yeah, except that team,
and
right?
And the team that was the runner-up.
Pacers play everybody?
Yes.
They empty the bench out.
You can name more than 6 guys that you saw get burned on the Pacers.
Yeah, you're right about that. But that's 6 you said. So I mean, yeah, I mean, this is it's hard, man. When you got a core group that you want to go with, man, and you want to stick with these guys, man, when you know they can get the job done. You know what I mean? Our bench wasn't that strong anyway for us to be going through it like that. It is
But
what it
that
is, man.
but that'll come from giving them confidence by playing them more, though. Correct?
Yeah, but in my basketball knowledge, man, there's always been a starting five, and then you got a couple that usually come off the bench in rotation, and then the other bench players usually play a role. Like if somebody gets hurt, it's not like they always get burned. You know what I mean? Bench players don't always get burned. So, the two teams you named, yeah, that's for them and it worked. But all the other teams in the NBA, they don't play their whole bench. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work like that, man.
Yeah, and they were watching the 2 teams that played the bench. That's the point I'm making. But let's go to the Western Conference real quick. Where do you see the Houston Rockets in the Western Conference standings since they acquired Kevin Durant? Are they top 3? Are they top 5? Do you think they're going to be one in the West, or will they be the biggest letdown in the NBA next year?
They won't be the letdown. They'll be a top five. I think KD will do what he's supposed to do, and I think everybody else as a supporting cast is going to play great around them, and I think it's going to be a good situation. You know what I mean?
Is it a bust of a trade if they don't reach the NBA Finals next season?
No, man. KD, what he hasn't reached the finals since he was with the Warriors, right? Correct.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, you can't just put it on that man. 37 years old, coming to the Houston Rockets. You think he's gonna somehow bring these people to the finals? Like he doesn't do that. That's not his role. You know what I mean? Like even when he was with the Warriors, they already had a hell of a starting cast already. From Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. They already had all the pieces there. You know what I mean? So his talent added to it. But right now with the Rockets, it's like they kind of in a building situation now since they let those couple of players go for that trade that they had to get KD with. It's I see them top five in the West. If they do anything else, that's crazy and that's dope. But I don't see Kevin Durant bringing them to the finals. You know what I mean? Not in 1 year, and I don't even think he's gonna stay there but a couple of years anyway. The way he's bouncing around.
Now the Rockets were number 2 in the West, playoff seeded number 2. That's without a Kevin Durant. So you're saying the addition of Kevin Durant is just makes them a top 5 team?
Yeah, because you took some of their key players out that made them the top two in the West. You know, Dylan Brooks, great player. What's other dude's name? Jalen Green, I believe.
Yeah, Jalen Green.
I mean, come on, man. Those are the reasons that they were where they were. That's why they were the top two in the West. It's the whole cast they had around them. You took 2 key players, and now you're putting another player in, but he's not going to make up for what they were. You know what I mean? First of all, he's older. He has a different way of playing. It's what it is, though. You know what I mean? That's what they wanted, and I hope they find success in it. I know the coach has already coached Durant before. I think with the Nets.
I think he was on the coaching staff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they have a good relationship already, and I see that. But I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see how you take pieces of the puzzle that actually got you to where you were, and then you like move it around. Just like our Knicks took Tibbs out. Like, bro, we just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Why would you remove this piece? And we already we were 1 series away. You know what I mean? From doing it all. But things don't make sense to me, man. The NBA doesn't really make sense to me anymore right now, man. There's too many crazy moves, and it's all about money now. It's not even about like what it used to be. You know what I mean? People used to actually go out there and play hard. Now it's just like it's turned into a lazy man's game.
I'm trying to wait a couple more weeks to see what Giannis does before I can make some too early.
What do you think he's gonna do?
Right.
I
don't think he's staying in Milwaukee. I don't see the reasoning for him to stay in Milwaukee.
So where would he go?
Maybe Miami. Far as Western Conference, I don't even think he touched the Western Conference right now because there ain't no need. The East is yours for the taking.
Yeah, but Miami. Who else do they have? What?
Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Hakeem. How do you say my man's name? Jaquez. This should be his like second year cat out of UCLA, second or third year. They got him. They just got Norman Powell in that trade with the Clippers and the Jazz. Yeah, they got some decent players around.
How about if he
But
went to the Pistons?
I don't really see Giannis going to Detroit. Yeah, I don't see that one. If he did go to the Pistons, that'd make them the top contender in the East
That'd be
easily.
crazy.
Cade Cunningham,
That'd be
Giannis.
crazy.
Yeah, that'd be
Crazy.
very very unexpected, to say the least. Yeah, very very unexpected. Yeah, I
Hey,
don't
you
see
know
that one.
what? Don't sleep, man. Don't sleep because them Celtics, man, they've been making moves, man. And I can see them doing something crazy, picking up Giannis, knowing that Jason Tatum ain't gonna play next year. You know what I mean? I can see them doing something crazy to get Giannis. That's why they let Chris Stapps go, Drew Holiday go. Maybe they trying to
How they
move
gonna
some
pay him?
things. Man, they can find money now. They can find the money, bro.
How you gonna pay you? Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. You got those two contracts. How you gonna have a third?
And crazy thing was, I heard the word on the street was they were thinking about getting rid of Jalen Brown.
Well, now you can't because Jason Tatum ain't playing all season, so he's off the trading block. You get rid of him, or you just pretty much saying we just gonna rebuild until Tatum and wait for Tatum to get healthy. You ain't trying to do that. Nah, I don't think Giannis going to Boston, man.
Phew, it's gonna be crazy, man. I don't
Good.
know. So many things. I wouldn't be surprised. How about that?
I would be very surprised if the new ownership allowed that. That's gonna eat up a lot of cap money. But Miami. I'm gonna put my money on Miami. Pat Riley's been having trouble keeping stars, but I still right now I got my money on Miami. Man, I think Coach Eric Spoelstra offsets the Pat Riley issue. Cats like playing hard for Eric Spoelstra. That's evident. And Giannis is one of those guys. He don't even like practicing with other players in the offseason if they ain't on his team. So all he know is 100% balls to the wall. Let's go get it. I think he fit great in Miami. Be
How about
terrible.
Orlando?
Whew.
Uh-huh.
They just
Yep.
gave Paolo. They just gave Banchero that mean extension. And
Yeah. That'd be mean, bro. That'd be mean.
I think it'd be better for him in Miami. You know, if he wants to win right away, more experienced guys. Orlando's still a real young core.
If you ask me, I'm going for this. Giannis, if you watching this,
He's not going to New York.
go to the Hornets.
He's
Go to
not
the
going to
Hornets,
New York.
baby. Come to North
That's
Carolina, baby. Go to the Hornets.
ain't no reason to come in, man. We got to build a culture before we can start doing any crazy decision making or something like that. Get an identity first, then worry about getting a player like that, man.
If y'all had Giannis, y'all wouldn't know what to do with that, man.
I'm just clip all this. So next
All right.
season when the Knicks are doing horribly, I'm gonna just
Okay.
replay all these. I'm gonna just play all these back. That's
Please
all I'm
do.
gonna do. I'm gonna
Please
just play
do.
all these back.
For entertainment purposes only, though.
Absolutely. Man. Well, at first there were 10. Now there's 1. Derrick Rose is the last man standing. He's still out there. Been on the run since May. Everybody else been caught. 6'4". Derrick Graves seems to be the only one they can't find in Louisiana, brother. So, I had to do some digging and really see what was up with this Derrick Rose cat. Derrick Rose got a ill history with the police down there in the area. In 1994, a corrupt police officer ordered Derrick Groves' grandmother to be killed, Miss Kim Groves, because she reported him for beating up a teenager. Her 3 kids settled with the city for $1.5 million in 2018. That's one instance. In 2014, at the age of 17, he was locked up. He, being Derrick Groves, was locked up for 2 years on attempted second-degree murder. Later got acquitted by a jury. In that case, his father testified against him. Still got acquitted. Pled guilty to drug trafficking in 2019. And the situation that has him in prison now, for which he's escaped and on the run, he had killed 2 people by shooting into a block party, a Mardi Gras block party, with an assault rifle. So he's no stranger to the law, no stranger to the justice system. I'm just curious to know why y'all can't seem to find this man.
Because just like you just said, he's not new to this. He knows what's going on, and he knows what he got to do not to go back there, bro. He's in Mexico somewhere right now, chilling, man.
Derrick, you ain't heard from Derrick Groves. You ain't seen no more pictures of him ever since. Everybody else, you either going on Instagram or you keep in contact with people. Nah, not D Groves.
No, sir. Deuces.
Huh. God almighty sake. See, my whole thing is whoever testified against him to put him in prison this time, them the people you need to be checking on.
Oh, yeah.
That's who you need to be checking on, because you still ain't found him, so you can't tell them, yeah, we'll keep y'all safe. No, you can't.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Take the what and left the what?
Biggs.
Yeah, gone too far. Nah. So, yeah, man, Godspeed to everybody involved. One man left. Now, another situation that had went on for some time. I don't know if you heard about it last week. They had a sanitation strike in Philadelphia.
I definitely heard about that, and I heard the garbage was piling up.
So that's over. Ended on July the 9th. Two sides came to an agreement. Congratulations to the two sides. We came to the agreement. The AFSCME of the District Council 33. The situation was they were trying to reach a new contract agreement with the city. Give a little bit of give, a little bit of take. But what had made me interested was I wanted to look at how hot it was on the days during the strike. As this trash had piled up, I'm like, so I wonder how hot it was and what it smelled like for that period of time to make the people cave.
Oh, my gosh.
Strike started on July 1st. On July 1st in Philadelphia, it was 90 degrees. On July 2nd, it was 88 degrees. On the 3rd, it was 92 degrees. On the 4th, it was 85. On the 5th, it was 89 degrees. On the 6th, it was 90. On the 7th, it was 91 degrees. On the 8th, it was 95. And on the next morning, the day they finally was like, you know what? Hey, man, y'all got it. It was 91 degrees. So the lesson here is, if you're dealing with a job in sanitation and you want to go on strike, do it in the summertime. That's what you do. You do it in the summer. They ain't gonna have all the choice but to listen to you.
You're right.
That strike has shut down or made it difficult for the trash collection, of course, 911 dispatch, and water and sewer repairs. Your leverage is the weather, sanitation workers, in whatever city you might be in. They ain't paying you. Wait till it get hot outside.
Y'all better listen to that man 58. He giving you jewels. He's dropping jewels on you.
Now, make sure that your resume is also updated on Indeed in case they come to some agreement, and then they're like, well, in order to pay everybody, some of y'all got to get fired. So you know how that goes. Whenever there's a pay increase, that means something got to go.
I tell you, that whole story you just said brings a whole new light to the phrase hot garbage.
Ain't no way. But what's not hot garbage is my young man, Mr. Mayor Brandon Scott. Congratulations to that gentleman. I seen him in a recent somebody had posted a post on Instagram, but I didn't know how true it was, so I had to go dig also, where the actual homicide and violent crime rate has decreased thanks to the mayor and his initiatives, man. So definitely got to give a salute to that man, because whenever they mention Baltimore, the first thing people think about outside of the wire is just the crime.
Definitely.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor Brandon Scott, he attributes success to his comprehensive violence prevention plan, which includes the group violence reduction strategy and the Safe Street program. The GVRS focuses on direct engagement with individuals at a high risk of violence, and the Safe Streets program works to reduce violence in specific committees. And to expound on that, he was saying how it's the police department, his initiatives, and more importantly, the community have all, came together to help drop the crime rate. Also, nonviolent crimes. I have wrote down some of those stats. Where was it? It was carjackings were down. Where's my joint? Carjackings. It was non-fatal shootings. Okay. I had it written down. Guess I got rid of that piece of paper. Yep, got rid of that piece of paper, Jude.
Must be in that hot garbage I was out there in Philly.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Okay.
It's a 22.7 decrease in homicides and 19.6 decrease in non-fatal shootings in the first 6 months of this year compared to the same time last year. Auto thefts were down 33%, robberies down 22%, arson down 19%, carjackings down 11%, all compared to the same time last year. Since 2020, homicides have declined by 40% and non-fatal shootings by 43%. Man, congratulations, Mayor Brandon Scott. Of course, he says there's more work that needs to be done, but man, this is a heck of a start, man. Heck of a
Right.
start.
Right.
Congratulations, brother.
Salute.
Definitely salute. Now, Juice,
Yes.
there was a verdict read last week. Very, very
Let me get the baby oil out. Hold on. Let me find. I left it. Okay, go ahead.
your homeboy, Sean Puffy, Brother Love, Diddy Combs was found not guilty on sex trafficking and racketeering, but he was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. And those 2 counts that he was found guilty on have a maximum of 10 years each, possible 20 years sentence. Over, under, 5 years, in your opinion.
What do you mean? In prison?
Yeah, the time he's going to get. Over, under, 5 years.
100% definitely, certainly under.
Under 5. Okay.
Because by the time they do his sentencing in October, that'll
Mm-hmm.
be a year. So they'll give that time served for a year.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to knock most of that down to probation. He's probably going to have like a 15-year probation, probably 5 years of intense, wearing the bracelet and all that. So I say, if anything, if they just want to make something out of it just because, he is who he is, he might have to do another year.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right. I had under 5 years also, but I was going to say that's going to give him 3 with the time served, knock off a year. He'll do maybe like a year supervised, some type of supervised parole or something like that, or probation, excuse me. And no contact with the 2 witnesses involved, Cassie and the Lady Jane. What else is it? I think that'll be, yeah, I think that'll be the extent of it. But talking about his legacy and career, what would be the larger effects of it for Diddy? Because me personally, I don't think he stops being a force in the music industry. I just think people no longer they're no longer gonna let it be known that they're working with him. I'll put it that way. He's gonna be a you know how they got ghost writers. He's gonna be a ghost producer, ghost tastemaker. Like, he's gonna do the same stuff he did before. He just won't have his name out there. I think that'll be the situation with Diddy.
So you think that's going to really affect him, huh? To that level where people don't even want to be associated with him like that?
I think people won't want to be associated with him publicly. They're still going to do business with him. It just won't be public. You won't know about him being like having anything to do hands-on with a situation. But he'll be more or less like a consultant to the music industry. I'll put it that way.
Ask me, I think this is the rebirth of Diddy, and I think all this is going to play into the fact that people love drama, and this is what, our society feeds off of. And I believe that, from this, he's gonna rise up and do bigger things now. I don't know, why I think that, but I just believe that he's gonna do something crazy. I think he's gonna have a crazy party when he comes out. It's gonna be ridiculous. I think he's gonna come out with another album. I think it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be a lot of things going on with Diddy.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. I was thinking he's going to get real quiet. After he comes home, he's quiet. There may be, matter of fact, he'll get quiet for a year. And within that year, they're going to shoot some type of either documentary or reality show or something to that effect of him trying to rehab himself. So that rebirth you're talking about, I get that part. But to me, the rebirth is going to be something real quiet to where he has to go to, I'm not sure who the celebrity therapist or psychiatrist will be for the domestic violence stuff. He's going to have to take some classes for that. Maybe donate to some battered women's shelters, some things of that nature. What else? Might even do a collab with Kirk Franklin or something. You see, got the women, that's covering the women, covering the God aspect. Then he's gonna have to find a way to make that bread back, because he lost that Diageo situation. So now you're gonna have to find a way to get that bread back also. And you can't really, I don't really see sponsorships coming his way as of yet till he does like 2.5, 3 years of this public restitution that we're talking about for the rebirth. So I'm telling you, man, yeah, Diddy, it's gonna be real quiet behind the scenes. You're gonna just pay attention to what artists have looked like they have rebrands or actually start looking like they're taking the craft serious that weren't before. I think that's where we're gonna see some traces of Diddy.
Kanye.
I don't know though, man. I don't know about Kanye. He's too volatile. Yes. He don't really take direction. Yeah, he don't really take direction. So I don't think Diddy would help him. Well, would be able to help him. Cause one day he might listen to you, then the very next day act like it never happened, or go out there and tell everybody, tell everybody your business. You know what I'm saying? He's
right.
Yeah, he's not all that trustworthy with the information there.
Poor Kanye.
We was talking about Diddy. How we get the poor Kanye from Diddy? You did this to yourself, man. Ain't no, it's not poor anything when nobody's making you say this stuff you say, man. Nobody. We almost went a whole episode without bringing that man up there.
Oh man, okay.
God almighty, man. Well, speaking of not bringing up Kanye West, he's mentioned nowhere on this new Clipse album. Let God Sort Him Out.
Fire.
You have had a chance to listen to it?
I've listened to a few cuts. I haven't listened to the whole album straight up, but everything I've heard so far has been fire.
I heard it this morning. I heard it. Now I got to go back and listen to it, but I did hear it this morning. I like what I heard. Now it's my time to go back, sit down, really listen to it.
I'm so glad Malice is back. I'm so glad Malice came back, baby.
Yeah.
Malicious.
Yeah, hey, what about that Tyler the Creator verse on POV though?
I didn't hear that one yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hear that.
Okay.
Hear that Tyler the Creator verse on POV. Also, the beat switch on the Nas song, well, not Nas song, but you know what I mean. It's Let God Sort Him Out / Chandeliers, and the beat switches when Nas raps at the end.
Hard.
Pharrell did his thing on this album, man.
Yeah, he did.
No skips. The dude Stove God Cooks is on the hook for FICO. Dope. Matter of fact, man, the first song on there, The Birds Don't Sing, where Pusha T, the angle he's coming from is he's rapping about the interaction with their mother before she passed, and Malice is rapping in the aspect of talking about the interaction with their father before he passed. I ain't gonna lie, man, that's mean. That's mean to come right out the gate with.
I'm so glad that, bro, we need this. Hip hop needs this. You know what I mean? We need this, bro.
I just like the fact that older, accomplished artists are making great adult contemporary hip hop, man. I like that. I like that a whole lot.
I'm all with it. I'm all with it. Because how long was it that Malice left the group? It was a while, right? He was gone for a while.
Yeah, he made albums, but they just weren't Clipse albums. He made if you want to call it, I don't call it Christian rap from Malice. It's just rap where he's talking about God. Cause yeah, there's that. Larry June. Y'all know I'm a Larry June fan. He also came out with another album. Him and Cardo got wings until the night ends. Another dope project.
Crazy.
I was having a great morning, man. I was having a great morning, bro.
Good.
Great morning.
Speaking of dope albums, you heard of Jane Hancock?
Female rapper.
Female rapper, but singer. First lady of Death Row now.
She's on Snoop. What's the song? What's the song she has?
She has a couple of different ones. I don't know. I heard the one with Anderson .Paak today, and that was dope. I gotta find the name of her album out.
I heard something about her. I want to say it had something to do with smoking, but I could be wrong. It could have been a whole nother artist.
See, I know. No, because I didn't hear that one. I heard a few. So I have the yeah. They got one with Jane Hancock and Snoop called "The Price Went Up."
Yeah,
That
nah.
okay? That's not the one you're talking about.
Mm.
Well, I know she has a new album coming out, and I've heard 2 or 3 cuts from that today. And I mess with that Jane Hancock, man. You know, she's not like one of these made up women that they try to make nowadays. You know, you have to be this certain figure, this shape. You have to look like this. Like Jay Hancock is just who she is, and she bringing it. You know what I mean? And I love it. So since we talk about new albums and stuff out,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. Who else you checking out?
music wise or just in all aspects.
Yeah, music.
Definitely with that Clipse, man. Like besides that, there's really nothing I've been banging. But I hear so much old school. You know, I'm my old school man. I always be in my bag. You know what I mean? I'm listening to Fly. That's the channel on satellite radio on Sirius. It's 50. Fly has Heather B as a host during the day, and a dude named Bugsy that hosted. It's all 90s and 2000s, so I be in my bag. You know what I mean? But you was definitely on it with Clipse. I'm gonna have to check out that Larry June. Ain't really nothing else that's been on my radar real heavy, man.
I get it. I get it. Juice. We have come to the time in the show where we do the segment we like to call Brick or Swish. You
But
know, I
yeah.
get a topic from each one of the sections: sports, news, and entertainment. I tell you what it is. If you agree with it, it's a swish. If you don't rock with it, it's a brick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, earlier this week, I was listening to 92.7 The Fan. That's a Charlotte sports radio station. And I heard one of the callers talking about this particular subject. Should lesser tier college teams present themselves as farm league stops for bigger colleges? Meaning, my way to attract you if I'm a college recruiter and you're a player. I may not be Alabama, but if you come here, I can grow you and develop you into where Alabama will want to come poach you maybe your sophomore or junior year. Is that a good idea for lesser tier colleges to do? Brick or swish?
Not to throw a switch on that, man. I mean, you know, anything to help out the player and to help out the lower schools, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool, man. You know, they know they're not going to be able to keep you, you know, but we will develop you, you know, so they do get the chance to have you on this squad, you know, and that'll help them out, you know what I mean? But I like it. I think it benefits both.
I call brick on it.
Um, I
I, I,
mean,
I call brick for right now because I want to know if said school will get some type of monetary kickback for doing that. Like if I build this player up to where you want him, are you gonna pay me some of that NIL money you gonna give him? Do we get like a finder's fee or something for that?
that's a good one, but I'm probably going to say no. I don't think they're
But
going to get that.
that's still figuring all that stuff out. So I'm gonna call brick until I know whether the school is actually gonna get something for it. Because if that's the case, then all we need to do is just get them in for 2 years, get them out, and just act like a JUCO. It'll be the lesser tier colleges acting like a junior college instead of a regular 4-year college or university that way.
Right. But I mean, it all sounds crazy though, because it's like, if you talking about developing a player, like, so you already know he got the skills so much, he might as well just go to the big college anyway.
Yeah, but by him going to the big college without being fully prepared just means you're gonna sit here for 3 years and not get a chance to really show what you got because they already got their 5 stars. The lesser tier schools aren't going after 5 stars. You already know that. So it's gonna
Gotcha.
be like maybe a 4.5. Excuse me, maybe a 4 star at the best case scenario, 4 star on down. That's because that would be my reasoning for saying we can develop you and get you to that next stop. So you call Swish, I call Brick, just until I know if that school's going to get compensated for doing that. That's my own thing.
They do that, then they might as well start compensating these high schools too then. Because
Yeah, we'll see.
they're really the ones that's really developing them, getting ready for the next level.
Not all of them. It'll just be like the prep schools, like your
Uh-huh.
Montverdes and your Oak Hills and what's the one out west, Sierra Canyon, and schools like that. But they probably already getting paid, man.
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably already getting
You
paid.
know that.
All right, Juice. You do
Yes.
know now that you no longer have to take your shoes off at the TSA security checkpoints in the airports, right?
Finally.
Okay. Brick or Swish. This is a great idea that you no longer have to take your shoes off at TSA.
I mean, it's a great idea. I'm gonna go Swish because I fly a lot, and it really gets nerve wracking when you got a lot of things going on. You got your carry on bag, you got this, you got to empty out your pockets. Sometimes you got to take off your sweatshirt if you got a sweatshirt on. Then after all that, now I got to take my shoes off. Then, you know what I mean? And then you got to wait for it to come through. So you barefoot out there with socks on, waiting for your damn stuff to come through the TSA to down the conveyor belt, and it takes forever most of the time. Then you got to get your shoe, put them back on, and it's just a lot. Especially when you're ready to go on your trip, you ready to get your ass on your plane. It's like, bruh. So that shoe bomber man messed it all up for us for all them years.
And that's why I call Brick. Hey man, we ain't had a shoe bomb since. Man, now take them shoes off. Run them through. Run them through, man. No. What you mean you ain't got to check shoes? Are you crazy?
No, because they got what you walk through now. So every time when you walk through, they can see everything now. So there's no reason for them to have
Take
you
them
take off
off.
your shoes.
Take them off, son.
You
Take
just
them
want to
off.
show your feet, man. You just want to do
Take
some
them
foot
off.
fetish.
Take them
You got
off.
a foot fetish or something.
History love to repeat itself. Take them shoes off, man.
Oh, come on, man. Stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
anyway. All right, this will be my last time talking about this, man, but I failed to bring it up, the episode where we discussed Jim Jones and Nas, right? You think, so Jim Jones can beat Nas in a versus in New York, Brick or Swish?
Come on, bro. That's a total brick, brother. I mean, bang, 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 brother. Jim Jones, he's not your brother, and all this stuff they talk about, Jim Jones wins nothing. Jim Jones wins nothing.
Not in New York. He doesn't win a versus in New York against Nas.
You win nothing, bruh. Like nothing anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. In Harlem, at your own set where you were born at. I don't care, bruh. Nas still got you, man. You know what I mean? Like he just playing around though. Hope people know that. Hope people know Jimmy is just playing around, and Jimmy knows how to stay relevant in especially the internet and the computer world. He stays relevant. He knows what he's doing. Saying garbage like that will keep you relevant, bruh.
Well, nah, he didn't say the thing about the verses. I said that. I don't want you thinking.
Okay, but he said so much other stuff. It just sounds like he said that.
You calling this grown man Jimmy is hilarious.
Jimmy is crazy.
I don't know, man. I was thinking about it. I'm like, he might could get him. But then I had to think about, the crowd that's going to be there. And I'm like, well, as soon as the Illmatic, you can play the whole Illmatic, and that crowd is probably going to know every word to Illmatic, from New York State of Mind to It Ain't Hard to Tell to yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy has little street bangers, okay? The only hit he had, certified classic hit, was Ballin', and that's trash. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Now it's trash. Come on, don't act like you wasn't shooting that jump shot in the club.
Bruh, I did that a couple of weeks, and after that became trash. My favorite song from Jim Jones ever is Summer in Miami. You know what I mean? That's my favorite Jim Jones song. So all the other stuff is cool, but nah. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, I know he's playing around, man, because he knows doggone well his catalog cannot sustain Nas, man, like at all.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your input, man. We've come to the end of the show. Hey, do us a favor, please. Like, share, subscribe. You can catch Juice Jones on all social platforms at Juice Jones. Want to rock 58 South TV? I got a link tree in the description. Yeah, check that out. Also, it's not just Spotify anymore, man. Catch us wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. You know what I mean? That is Jim. Well, I almost called you Jim Jones.
See, now we have a problem.
That's how I'm going to introduce you next episode. Jim Jones' cousin, Juice Jalapeno Jones.
I do my Superman on that one. I'm out of here, baby.
Oh, man. Look, man, this has been another episode of 58 South TV Presents Topics of Discussion, your new home for sports, news, and entertainment. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful. Whenever you go outside, take God with you. Peace. We out of here, man. We out of here before I call him Jim Jones again.
Damn, please don't.
Cut the check.
56 wow. South.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Peace.